Here are a couple of application problems from your homework. I just kind of wanted to get you started on them. Don't be bothered by the application problems. Just remember, in section 2.2, you're dealing with linear functions. So you're just going to remember that and not be bothered by the context in which you're working with these linear functions. So for example, here, this comes from problem 17. We have two functions that are given to us, and it says during the 1980s, sales of compact discs surpassed record sales. From 1985 to 1990, sales of compact discs in millions can be modeled by this formula. And whereas sales of LP records in millions can be modeled by this formula. So it says to approximate the year X when sales of LP records and compact discs were equal by using the intersection of graphs method. So you're just going to take your calculator and put these two linear functions in, and it's really the same as solving a system of linear equations. Remember, a system of linear equations has two variables, x and y, and you may not see two variables there, but we can think of f of x as y. And since we're looking when the two graphs meet, we're going to set the two y values equal because they're meeting. They're going to be, we want to know when they're the same. So we're going to set these two equal. So this is a system of linear equations in two variables, and I provided you with a video that shows you how to solve that using the graphing calculator. Now, it may not be your model, but you can find a similar video using the model of your calculator and then entering in the desired function that you want it to do. So check that video out. It's a link to YouTube. It comes right after this video. And then here we also have a linear model where in a certain year sales were so and so billions of dollars, and then in another year it was a different amount. So what you're going to do is find the linear function that passes through those 2 points. These would be the x values and these would be the y values correspondingly. And it says that, this is problem 19, by the way. It says that you're going to first find a linear function that models this data. You can use your graphing calculator for that as well. And then you're going to interpret the slope of the graph. And that would just simply be the rate of sales over a given period of time, given a certain time. And so, in other words, if your slope that you find is negative, your sales are going to be decreasing. If it's positive, they're going to be increasing. And then it's what is that rate of change per year? So that would be the slope value. And so anyway, give those a shot. You need to get comfortable using your graphing calculator because you're going to want to have that for exams and tests to solve these problems. They can be time consuming if you're trying to algebraically compute everything. And I try to give you some examples where I show you algebraically how it's solved. But I really recommend that for these application problems where the functions can be kind of, using odd numbers or big numbers, it's easier just to go ahead and use your graphing calculator to do that.